great and the landscaping is awesome, but can't see plays down the line with these palm trees blocking the corner of right and left field. So Vanelli looks like to be an aggressive hitter. She wants to swing. She loves to hit. And her first at-bat was an opposite field home run, a little oppo taco.
Yeah, and the Mineola Athletic Complex has 15-foot high fences in the outfield.
Wow. You sure it wasn't at JetBlue Park?
No, all the way around.
Okay. So, Nikki, squaring right now. Barrels out, calls time. Umpire grants time. Squares again, bat, brings the bat back. Something given from second base runner. Swings at a soft off-speed pitch. Might have been out of the zone. But either way, end of the second inning. Seahawks lead 2-1. Top of the third inning here in the beautiful DiamondPlex softball complex located in Winter Haven. Gorgeous sunny day, not many clouds in the sky. You can see the palm trees on your video if you're tuning in. Thank you. And Andy starts with off speed away, barely misses. Good pitch. Andy has been phenomenal this season so far and followed up her campaign from last year, which was just crazy numbers, video game numbers. And that fastball misses low and in. So getting back to Andy's numbers, 107 innings pitched, 113 strikeouts. Awesome. Only gave up 90 hits, so way less than a hit per inning. So if this was a baseball term, she'd have a pretty good whip.
Pretty cool whip, actually.
Cool whip. Fastball away, fought off. So Wooster, their mascot is the Fighting Scots, much like our conference opponent, Gordon College. And Wooster is in Ohio?
Wooster, Ohio.
Wooster.
To be specific.
So the Fighting Scots are coming down here from Ohio. I'm sure they're happy to be down here. It's definitely a lot colder there, and we share that in common. Weak ground ball at third base.
Guzmano gets it over to Angel at first for the 5-3.
Guzmano did a great job attacking that ball. Quick exchange. And I think that's one of the huge points of emphasis in the infield play for softball is you got to be quick on a lot of plays. The exchange, the footwork. These base paths are only 60 feet, and a lot of these players can really run. Fastball up, going to be a weak flare down the right field line. Looks like it's foul. Lost it in a palm tree, but waiting for the signal. Foul ball.
To that point, Matt, on the speed and the transferring with the hands, the slap hitter is a weapon in softball, unlike in baseball.
Totally. So in softball, you see a lot more bunt plays, things that move the defense around. Fastball in on the hands, weakly hit to shortstop Amanda Riley, who gloves it up. Gloving it. Nice pitch. Forces a lot of weak contact, Andy does, with using both sides of the plate effectively and efficiently. Doesn't throw a lot of balls. She occasionally wastes a pitch 0-2, and that's because Coach Janelle preaches we're not going to give anything to hitters 0-2, and that's what it should be. Nice pitch there, fastball on the black, called strike. So far, the umpire of this game has been pretty good, doing a good job. You always have to give the umpires credit when they're doing a good job because it is a tough lifestyle to live. They get a lot of attention when they're not doing well, but when they do a good job, it's like nobody notices them. So, hey, Blue, good job. Andy gets her sign from Holly the catcher. Good battery here. Change up. Misses up and away. But that changeup is incredibly deceptive. She doesn't slow down her motion. Hides it very well. Looks like a very tough pitch to hit. I certainly wouldn't want to stand in there and try to hit that. Fastball away. Good pitch. Barely misses. But again, a pitcher's pitch. So 3-1. Gonna want to attack the zone. Doesn't give up a lot of walks. Fastball low and away, and ground ball to Maddie over at second to first. Ends the inning, and we're going to head to the bottom half of the third. Salve up 2-1 over the Fighting Scots of Wooster. We are back. DiamondPlex Softball Complex, Winter Haven, 88 degrees, beautiful. Up steps the left fielder, Lindsay Florent, bunt attempt, fouled back to the catcher, 0-1. So with these palm trees, we missed some plays. And in the first game, what we thought was a single was actually a recorded out that Lindsay got to. And I said, we thought that was a single. And she said, no, I caught that. And her teammates said, yeah, it was an awesome play. So Lindsay is a very disciplined lefty hitter, nice compact swing, plays a good left field, and has been a staple in this lineup. Had a nice campaign last year, and likes to work at bats, shows bunt again, can use the bunt, can hit the single, drive the ball to gaps. Very versatile player. I know Coach Janelle expects a lot out of her, and she is a captain, great leader. Also a very good student. So, fastball misses up and away. Also pretty cool here for the Fighting Scots. The corner infielders are Molly and Heidi Likens. Ball 4 to Lindsay Florent. Is going to get her to first base.
Her second base on balls.
Not bad. Getting on base. Trying to score runs. Up steps the shortstop, all New England player, Amanda Riley. Riley has a great lefty swing. And one thing I talked about with Coach Chanel is, how often do you see lefty softball pitchers? And she said really not that often. So it's a huge advantage to have lefty hitters, and you can stack them in a row in softball, which is a little different than baseball. You want to sort of stagger just in case they bring in tough lefties, throwing from different arm angles or righties, sidearm, submarine, all these different types of pitchers. But in softball, it's slightly different. Fastball, up, ball. So
And many times, Matt, we're seeing right-handers converting to lefties in softball to practice this art of slap hitting.
slap hitting is also something unique to softball you don't see on the baseball diamond. Looks like tough footwork to me.
And that's why the rule of staying in the box on contact was enacted or enforced.
Right, but let me ask you this. Do you see any chalk in the righty's batter's box right now?
Nope.
None. So umpires have to make sure it's a tough call. There's a strike fastball in the outer third. But this home plate umpire has been pretty good so far. Doing a nice job. Amanda Riley gets her pitch. And Lindsay is safe at second base on the
Ball 4 to Amanda.
ball 4. Sorry about that, folks. So first and second.
Nice sweep tag by Roski, getting the ball from Randall on the throw down, but all for naught.
Throws on the money.
Yeah.
That was a good exchange. So there is a meeting on the mound, which allows the base runners to go over and talk to Coach Janelle. And there's a lot Salve can do here. You have a 1-run lead, 2-1, and you have first and second with nobody out. Bunt could be in play, hit and run, maybe a deceptive fake bunt that moves the defense around. We'll see what they do. Machado, the cleanup hitter, has a powerful bat.
And she's also got speed, so she could put a bunt down and certainly beat it out.
Yeah, Machado's a very good athlete. Very, very solid. Can run, can hit, can throw, plays a lot of different positions.
Singled up the middle in the first inning to drive in the first Seahawk run of this game.
So already has an RBI today. Pitch on its way, fastball low and away. 1-0. So Machado showing good plate discipline. Up in the count, 1-0. Maybe she's going to try to do some damage in this at-bat. Had a single in her first at-bat, like Ed said. And there's a changeup. Good pitch. 1-0. Machado looking for something harder than that. That was a very good changeup. 1-1. First and second. The senior captains occupy the bases. Machado gets her pitch. Looked like a breaking ball away. And the catcher came out of her stance early. So it's very hard to frame a strike. That wasn't a terrible pitch, but hard for an umpire to call when there's so much motion behind the dish.
Yeah, she's going to help her pitcher out by staying compact, giving the umpire a better look at the pitch.
Definitely true. But the base runners right now are taking big leads, and definitely something that she has to think about. Machado trying to call time, not granted. Now it is.
She was patient.
And I have no idea what
That's a
happened
delay of
there.
game. That's a delay of game call. You have 10 seconds, I believe, to get that pitch off, and the pitcher just stood there. Was that a ball 3? Did she have a ball 3 count on her?
Must have. I am learning here because that is a rule that in a baseball game you don't really see. Maybe in the future as we try to
Speed it up.
Speed it up at the professional, college, little league level. And, these 4-hour games between the Red Sox and the Yankees are tough on spectators. Anyway, up steps the talented freshman who's competing for Team Ireland, trying to make the Olympic team, Lauren Packer. I've had a chance to work with Lauren in the cage, and she is the type of hitter that can drive the ball anywhere. It looks like, unfortunately, the Wooster catcher maybe has something in her eye. but is taking her mask off now, and not sure if maybe a trainer can bring some eye wash out or something. It looks like she keeps trying to rub something out, and it's not a comfortable position as it is in 88 degrees. And if you can't see, there's the drops. Hopefully they help. Got a towel, and it is an all clay infield surface here, so there's hot, it's dry. And in the first game, we thought Maddie slid back in first and had dust in her eye. But when I saw her, it looked like she had a cut on her nose. And I said, Maddie, what happened? Oh, the helmet got me right on the nose as I slid back. So she then told me, I realized it when there was a little bit of blood dripping down.
Yeah.
So she's fine now. Not a big cut, just a little helmet contact on the nose.
And athletic trainer Emily Miller was on the spot for applying
Emily Miller
protection.
doing a great job as always, keeping the Seahawks healthy. And trainer still working with the catcher here, who is having a tough time getting all the dust out.
It's given Lauren Packer plenty of time to manicure her batter's box.
It looks perfect.
She can console her counterpart behind the plate.
Yeah, Lauren loves to hit, can drive the ball to all fields, very talented freshman. So right now we have bases loaded full of Seahawks, nobody out. Gotta love to hit right now. Bunt play, and she takes, and it's going to be nothing. Just a look back to third. That's the interesting thing about softball. Third base crashes, takes the shortstop a little bit of time to get over. So if you're the runner on third, you can take a very aggressive attempt towards home. Next pitch, fastball down the middle. Packer would love to have that pitch back, right in her wheelhouse. Number 9, Lauren Packer from Manchester, Connecticut. So the right-handed hitter is 5'9", freshman from Manchester, Connecticut. Catch, utility, good hitter. Packer, 1-1 count. Bunt play, misses it. So 2 strikes now. Did attempt at the ball. Still nobody out. Umpire walking out to the mound. Wants to see the ball. Cleans it off. The opposing coach is asking what's going on here.
Especially after the umpire called a delay of game one batter earlier.
See some interesting calls today. Now they're discussing.
The count is 1-2.
Some sort of appeal?
Yeah.
Not sure. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what that appeal was for. Maybe was it on the bunt attempt? She definitely went. Anyways, I think it's 1-2. Packer gets the pitch. Fastball low and in.
Matt, it may have been the first pitch.
But once another pitch occurs, you can't appeal a previous pitch.
The coach just wanted clarification.
Gotcha. But the umpire gave a safe signal. So maybe it's early for the umpires here, too. Pretty sure even in softball you can't appeal a previous pitch once another pitch is delivered. Fastball ripped to left field. Packer delivers. RBI single. Still going to have bases loaded. Beautiful hit. So Salve getting some offense going. And I know Coach Janelle wanted to focus on better swings, being productive with Seahawks in scoring position, attacking good pitches, having good base running. And they're doing all of that early here. So it's a 3-1 lead. This is an inning to cash in. And now we might have a pitching change here.
A lefty.
A lefty, and of course when you talk about there not being a lot of left-handed pitchers in softball, we're going to see a left-handed pitcher. So we're getting a number 7 for the Fighting Scots.
Now Johnson is in the batting order. Not sure where this substitution is going to apply because Johnson could remain as a hitter.
You would know better than I, Ed. And just to give you fans a sense at home, the man, the myth, the production manager, Ed Habershaw, has been doing it for a long time, but we are very lucky to have him. He's got an audio mixer, 2 laptops, tons of cables, cords that I had to attempt to set up yesterday, and of course I couldn't, so I had to call Ed and say, broadcast isn't working. But the baseball game had a delayed start, which actually saved us. So Brian Lynch and I had the broadcast produced by Andrew LeClaire. Thank you for your help, Andrew. And today we have Pat Maybach with us, who's been taking photos, collecting lineups, and doing it all. Pat is one of the best left-handed pitchers in Salve history. And, Pat, have you ever had a no-hitter? Oh, so Pat went 8 2/3 once, and today Andy just went 8 2/3, but a softball game is 7 innings, and the baseball game you were pitching in was 9. So 8 2/3, 8 2/3. Well, she still gets the Pitcher of the Week award and the no-hitter under her belt with 14 Ks in 7 innings. Crazy.
Yeah, but Pat Maybach is also a recipient of back-to-back Pitcher of the Week honors from the CCC.
So back-to-back for Maybach?
Way back.
Oh, wow. That really brings it back for me. So anyways, enough of the jokes. Sorry about that. We have Holly, the catcher, who's been awesome behind the plate. Change up, drives it, oppo gap. Great job. Seahawks are running around the bases. Holly is in the second base. Second and third, still nobody out. 2 runs are going to come across in the RBI double. Holly, great piece of hitting there. I mean, opposite field, 1-hop defense on a changeup from new pitcher, the lefty, and Holly just did a great job trusting her hands, and that's one thing when you see her work in the cage. Her lower half is great, but she doesn't really put herself in bad positions where she's overstriding, over-lunging, or not staying balanced. Awesome swing there for the RBI double, 2 RBI double. The bunt play is on, pulled back by number 4, the center fielder, Megan Guest. Second and third, still nobody out. A lot of options for Coach Janelle Iaquinto here. Loves what's going on in this game. A lot different than the previous one. Bunt is foul. So if you're the Seahawks softball program, you have to be happy with the offensive production this game. It just, first 3 games, maybe it's beginning, working out the kinks, the rust. It's very cold. Topa Field is a beautiful facility, but it's also probably 15 degrees right now. And now you're starting to hit. You're starting to keep the line moving. You're running the bases well. You're getting RBI doubles and gaps. A lot of stuff that we haven't seen from the Seahawk softball program yet. But maybe it was just a matter of time.
Salve is also catching the Fighting Scots in just their second game of the year. They opened up with a 10 a.m. game against Wisconsin Lutheran earlier.
So believe the count is 2-2. Still nobody out. 2 Seahawks, second, third. Fastball, inner third, fouled straight back. And the Fighting Scots catcher took it right off the mask after really working a while to get all the dust or whatever was in her eyes out. So she's going to walk out to the pitcher. Maybe there was a cross-up in signs, but it was a foul ball. So you see that a lot when a ball's fouled straight back. It's impossible to react to, so it will hit the catcher in the face mask, and that's why they wear protective equipment.
The umpire will often dust off the home plate to give the catcher some time to recover.
Yeah, it's a courtesy thing, etiquette. Umpire's been doing a pretty good job here today. Count is 1-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball away. Checks her swing. It is impossible to appeal to the field umpire who is behind the shortstop on a right-handed swing. Not sure how that works. Two-man crew, probably very tough. There are a lot of problems in baseball with a two-man crew on check swings, and it's a really tough call. It's almost – oh, wow. Laser beam up the middle. First run is in. Second run on the way. Got to get down, and she is out at the plate. Good tag by the catcher. Either way, what a hit. Crushed. RBI single. Second run doesn't come in. That's going to be the first out of the inning for the Fighting Scots. But Salve is working station to station. That ball is absolutely tattooed. Great piece of hitting. Very happy it didn't hit the pitcher, but it was awfully close. So now, 1 out. Fastball delivered away to Ali Guzmano, who I believe is playing the hot corner today and has made a couple nice plays over there.
Yes, she is, and has.
Pitch up. Fastball, not a strike.
Guzmano singled in the second.
Looks like they're having a lot of fun. Cheering on their teammates, getting big hits, flying around the bases. That's what Seahawks are good at.
4 runs in the inning. It's a 6-2 score. 6-1 score.
So with a pitcher like Andy out there, going to be very tough for the Fighting Scots to fight a deficit like this. There is a mercy rule in place in softball, another rule that I'm learning, but Guzmano works the base on balls. So first and second here, still 1 out.
And Emily Angel batting. First baseman, normally wearing number 3, is from Whitensville, Massachusetts.
So Angel takes, throw to third, not in time.
Double steal for the Seahawks.
Double steal. Great slide there. A little hook slide action. Slid past the bag, reaches back with her right hand, avoids the tag. Well done.
Megan Guest safe at third. Guzmano down to second base with her stolen base.
Ball foul. Close, very close. You got to love being the back-end runner on a stolen base. It's
free.
It's free. It's like, thank you.
If the first person does their job and is successful, you get the same thing they get.
And you get the credit. Doesn't seem fair, but take it. Pitch delivered. Fastball away. Ground ball to second base.
Produces a run.
That is a productive out. Coach Janelle's got to love that piece of hitting there. After a double steal, a little ground ball to the second baseman, get your RBI, extend your lead. Salve just playing an entirely different offensive approach this game. Coach Iaquinto has to be very happy with what she's seeing so far. Outstanding small ball, as they say, but also getting the big hits, doubles and gaps, bases loaded. So
Guzmano moves down to third and Farrell at the plate. Vanelli at the plate.
So Nikki Vanelli, 1 for 2. Had a nice single her first at bat and then struck out swinging her second at bat. Oh, laser up the middle. She is seeing the ball well in the start of her freshman campaign. Whenever a hitter's seeing the ball well, you're going to see them use the middle of the field quite frequently. Gets herself an RBI, base hit up the middle. Nice job. Great start to your college career. And up steps senior Lindsay Florent, who has reached base twice by way of the walk. Disciplined hitter, not going to give you anything. Base hit. Salve is just on fire right now. Hitting is contagious, and if hitting was a virus, they all have it. So first and second, 2 outs. And the coach for the Fighting Scots is back out there maybe making a change, and she does. So now we're going to try to get a number here. I thought I saw 6, but tough angle. That's a guess. See if that was accurate.
You are correct.
All right, lucky guess. Occasionally we get lucky, right? So anyways, Salve up 8-1. Coach Iaquinto has to be extremely happy with her offense this game opposed to the first few games. But it takes time to get comfortable at the plate and on the bases. You can practice as much as you want inside. Nothing really compares to game speed. And for a lot of these freshmen, it's their first few college at-bats. It's the first time they've been in a Seahawk uniform.
Surprising, the Fighting Scots don't let the lefty face a lefty. Although Florent just had the single to the opposite field. Amanda Riley follows her with the left-handed bat. But now she'll face the righty, Katie Agatucci, who's a freshman from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
UNC. So, up steps Riley, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Didn't see that first pitch. Was looking at the box score. Fastball up. Thank you, Pat. Second pitch. Fastball in, check swing, follows it weakly. But it's a foul ball. 1-1 count here for Amanda Riley, the shortstop. Riley twirls the bat. Just looks really comfortable. Has a nice presence in that batter's box and has had a lot of success and sees that pitch low and away. I'm not sure. Sometimes the umpires have these prolonged strike calls that I get impatient with and just, I don't know if I saw that. So Amanda, could be 1-2 or 2-1. Sorry, not positive here. Either way, pitch delivered. Fastball way inside, backs her off the plate a little bit. And we have a 3-1 count. 3-1 count. Umpire doing a nice job calling balls and strikes. Pitch on its way. Hit up the middle. Snagged by the pitcher. So Riley is robbed of a single that probably would have scored a Seahawk given that there was 2 outs. Either way, outstanding inning for the Salve offense. 8-1.
6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the 4th inning, 8-1 Salve.
And we are back in beautiful Winter Haven, Florida. Hey, Seahawk Nation, your Seahawks are up 8-1. And that was a long inning. So Andy's got to stay warm on the side there probably and make sure her arm doesn't tighten up when it's that long of a half inning. She's been awesome on the mound, which is just like last year for her, but first outing, no-hitter, like we said. She mixes in a plus fastball, a breaking ball that breaks away from right-handed hitters, and a very deceptive plus changeup. We've seen all 3 pitches thrown arm side, glove side, up, down, and also have to give some credit to the catcher. Oh, Ball is driven, and she's going to dive at the bag. Makes the play. First baseman. Angel.
Emily Angel?
Angel.
Or was it Machado from second base?
No, it was not. It was Angel on the dive, picked up the ball, dove back at the bag. Umpire made the right call. Great effort.
3 unassisted in your scorebooks.
So I'm not sure if it's a pinch hitter. It is not.
Gabby Lakes, the designated player.
Okay. Sorry, Gabby. Andy gets her sign, delivers, fastball in, nice pitch, and it is a strike. Andy loves to work ahead, and that is something that Coach Janelle preaches. Hey, let's get ahead. Then we are able to attack hitters any way we want. So fastball, again, misses up and away, 1-1. And Coach Janelle herself was a very successful pitcher at Marist College, and that's one of those things that's a lot different.
Pitching coach or pitcher?
Thought pitcher, no?
Yeah, she attended Siena College.
Siena.
Was the pitching coach at Marist.
Oh, okay. Sorry, messing that up. New York schools.
In the same conference.
So Andy delivers. Fastball, low and away. Asked for a check swing. Did not go. So her battery counterpart, Holly, does an outstanding job calling pitches, receiving, blocking, throwing to bases. Good battery. So Andy Nelson delivers a fastball, gonna get through the 5-6 hole. Base hit for the designated player, Gabby Lakes. That's her first hit of the day. A single, fighting off a really tough pitch. That's one where if you're the pitcher, you just tip your cap and, all right, let's get the next one. That was a good pitch. You got me. I want to face you again. So in steps number 20.
Heidi Likens, first baseman.
So the sisters also bat consecutively in the lineup. So the Likens sisters play first and third base. Heidi at first, Molly at third. And Heidi hits before Molly in the lineup. Wonder if that ever changes.
They are from St. Clair, Michigan.
Weak fly ball, shortstop. Riley under it, makes the catch, flips it back to her pitcher, Andy. And we have 2 away. 1 away. 1 away.
I'm sorry, 2 away.
2 away.
First batter,
Yeah.
grounded to first unassisted.
Okay. 2 away. 1 fighting Scott on first. Salve up here. 8-1. We're in the top of the 4th. Change up. Pretty good pitch. Barely misses away. So Andy Nelson has worked ahead of hitters all day. Has drawn weak contact. Has gotten hitters out by way of the K. Just off to a really nice start this season. And there's a changeup that misses upstairs as well. So tried to back up that first changeup ball with another changeup, but it missed as well. So 2-0. Might be her first 2-0 count that she's pitched to the entire day. Not sure on that, but that's just a guess. Fastball on the outer black. Strike. 2-1 count here for Heidi Likens.
Molly.
Molly, sorry.
Heidi had her chance.
Pitch delivered, weakly hit, but bounced off of Andy, and she's not going to have a play. Not sure. I'm going to leave that call up to you, Ed, but I would
E1.
score it an E1. And if you're the pitcher, you're okay with giving yourself an error because you care more about your ERA than your fielding percentage. So with 2 outs here, that is going to mean every run moving forward is unearned. So I wonder if pitchers in a big league ever like bobble a close play on purpose?
No.
Pat says
no.
Pat says if it's an 8-run
They're not
game.
worried about stats.
No, pitchers never. Pat just told me he's done it 3 times. Anyways, that was a joke, fans. Don't want Pat to get in trouble with Coach Sorella. He wouldn't like that. Anyways, we are back here. 2 outs. Fighting Scots on first and second. Fastball misses away.
The batter is the catcher, Grace Randall. She singled in the second inning. Back-to-back base hits. Hers drew in the run. Driving in Molly Likens with the first run for the Fighting Scots.
Nice pitch. Fastball catches the outer black. One thing with Andy is there's not a lot of pitches that are thrown down the heart of the plate. She likes to work both sides of the plate. She doesn't really give these Fighting Scot hitters any free bases.
Doesn't give them a fighting chance.
Good one. So, fastball. No, that was a changeup. Misses away. It was off the plate. Good call by the home plate umpire. 2-1 count. Andy gets her sign from Holly. Throws a fastball up and away. It's like a 3-1 count here. Fighting Scots on first and second, 2 out. Good pitch. Going to have a full count, 2 outs, likely to put these runners in motion. Always an exciting play in baseball or softball when there's 2 outs, base runners on, and a full count. Gets a little dicey when there's a lefty up and a base runner on third. It's almost like you have to run towards your dugout if you have the third base dugout, of course.
As long as you stay in foul territory.
That's it. And that ball misses up and away.
First walk issued by Andy Nelson. She had 3 base on balls in her no-hit performance yesterday.
Almost didn't believe it. She walked somebody today. Wow. So Coach Chanel heads out, wants to talk to her pitcher, Andy Nelson, who has had a great start, but now has 3 Fighting Scots, loaded up the bases, still 2 outs, but she is pitching to the 8-hitter, so she's at the bottom of the Fighting Scots order, and Coach Chanel is probably saying, all right, you got this. Attack this hitter. And let's get back on the offensive side of the inning. So bases full of Fighting Scots from Wooster, otherwise known as the Woo.
So it looks like instead of the pitcher Adaguchi at the plate, it is Tromba.
Fastball misses away 1-0 to Trombar.
This might be the case of the flex position being used where Johnson was the batter in that spot.
Yep.
And now Tromba is hitting for Johnson, not necessarily the pitcher.
Gotcha. When you say flex position, I think fantasy football, but this is softball.
It is.
Delivers fastball to shortstop Riley, and that takes a vicious hop. And another Fighting Scot trying to score, not going to be in time. Tough break for the Seahawks. That ball just hopped up on the sure-handed Riley. And when there's a lot of base running, even from your own offense in the base paths, sometimes you see the ball hop up as the game progresses because that terrain has been run all over previously. So 2 runs come across, and it's an 8-3 ball game. Fighting Scots still occupy first and second. Nelson gets her sign. Fastball on the outer third. Strike 1.
And like you talked about earlier, Matt, Both runs are unearned.
So the ERA is still good.
Nelson would like to get in the dugout with no further damage.
Fastball away. Big cut and a miss. A little late there. Nice pitch. So now we have an 0-2 count. Pitch delivered. Fastball away. Holly looking to check the swing, but you have an umpire behind your own shortstop. How could he possibly see where that barrel is ending up? Very tough on a two-man crew to call check swings. Delivers a fastball. Going to get all the way to the backstop. Going to be a pass ball. So now the Fighting Scots advance to second and third. Still 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And the Seahawks have to bear down and get this final out. Get the bats going again. And he gets her signed, delivers the pitch. Fastball barely misses. Pitcher's pitch. But that has been consistently called. And we have a great angle of balls and strikes here. A beautiful press box with a little air conditioning. Sorry. But, yeah. Fastball driven down the line. It's going to go foul. Like I said previously, these palm trees, as beautiful as they are and tropical, they block all the plays down either foul line, and sometimes it's tough to see what's going on. You got to move around the press box or ask Pat Maybach. Another pitch, fastball, up and away, ball 4. So 2 walks this inning for Salve's ace pitcher, Andy Nelson. And now she faces
the top of the lineup.
The top of the lineup. So walk the 9-hitter. Base was open, but I'm sure Coach Janelle wanted her to get that out.
She's gotten Emily Cook out on a pair of infield pop-ups. First to Machado at second, and then to Riley at short. Looking to end the 4th inning here against Emily Cook.
Nice pitch. Breaking ball away. Now, when you first said that, I thought you were talking about a cookout.
You got something on your mind?
Maybe a barbecue later. Fastball driven to the first baseman, gloves it for the final out.
Emily Angel with the backhander. So Emily Cook's pop-ups have ranged around the infield. Second, short, now first. Ali Guzmano gets the next one. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning, 8-3, Salve Regina.
We are back in action. A little cloud coverage, which I'm sure the players and spectators don't mind. You know, it's great to work on your tan while you're down in Florida, but it is hot today. Upper 80s on the temperature. And Salve just gave up a few runs there, so looking to add on the scoreboard after a very good third inning where the scorebook gets a little confusing because you have to go all the way around. So we're in the bottom of the fourth. Manny Machado down 0-1 on a good swing and a good pitch, and that fastball misses away. And that's where the umpire's been consistent. He's doing a good job of staying the same for both sides. That's all you can ask. If you're going to call that pitch, call it a strike both ways, and he's done a pretty good job. So Machado takes that pitch, 1-1 count, pitch on its way, and that fastball came nowhere close to the zone, maybe hooked it a little bit. I don't know what happens to softball pitchers when they miss that bad. Pat, do you know? So Pat Maybach does not know, and he says, I don't miss pitches ever, so I wouldn't know what that is. So Machado, 2-1 count here, sees the pitch, takes a good hack at it, and that ball's going to get out of play down the right field line.
Manny Machado, 1 for 1, has been on base twice and scored a run. Her walk in the third inning was the one that was the delay of game call.
Great piece of hitting there. Line drive, one hopper to the right fielder for a base hit with 2 strikes. Awesome job with 2 strikes there. Shortening up a little bit with her swing. Not going to strike out with that approach. And hits a nice line drive to opposite field to get on first base and collect her second hit of the day. Well, of this game. I think she had a hit in the first game. So, up steps the freshman, Lauren Packer. First pitch fastball. Misses low and away. Packers ahead 1-0. Machado on first base. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. 8-3 Seahawks over the Fighting Scots. Packers locked in, has been all over pitches all day. Fastball misses outside, and a ball comes flying in, barely misses a spectator. That was close.
From another field?
Yeah, that's what happens here with these ballpark setups. You have multiple fields, and balls are flying everywhere. You just really hope everyone is safe.
I see a future opponent, Arcadia softball team.
Runners off. Machado is going to be out. What a throw from the catcher. Outstanding. Right on the bag. Good release. Good tag. All around good play. Got to tip your cap. Everything was perfect on the defense there.
Randall Dorosky on the throw from catcher to shortstop.
Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. So we have 1 out now. Machado thrown out at second, attempting to steal. Perfect throw, got her. Ball ripped to the shortstop on the backhand. Going to make a play to first. Not in time. Well, she dropped it. So Packer reaches safely. First baseman just dropped that ball. It's got to be an error on the first baseman. What a play by the shortstop. Very tough play to her backhand. Strong throw in the hole. Right on the bag, though. Throw couldn't have been any better.
Matt, in the scoring, you give that E3M for a muffed throw, and you give an assist to the shortstop. So even though an out wasn't recorded, the shortstop gets credit for an assist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I thought you were being sarcastic, but you were not. Interesting.
Nonetheless, it's a base runner for the Seahawks.
And ball landing. Got to be foul. To me, it looks like it's in between palm trees, and all I See his leaves. The umpire signals foul ball. So that's good. At least the shortstop gets a little credit for her play because that was a very nice defensive play from the Fighting Scott shortstop. Now Holly Cathlos up. Fastball driven to the second baseman to second for one. Not going to have an opportunity to turn that over. Second out of the inning. Fielder's choice. 4-6. And in steps the center fielder, Megan Guest, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base already. Looks at the first pitch that is not in the zone. 1-0. So Guest plays a very good center field. Gets a great jump on the ball, good runner, good arm, good defender. Runner's off, but that ball is popped up weakly to the first baseman, and that's going to do it here in the bottom of the fourth. 8-3 game, 0 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. And we are back in action here, heading to the top of the fifth. Andy Nelson still out on the mound, and Holly with the nice throwdown. That's got to be a move more common in softball than baseball, is the catchers just receive it, drop to the knee, and throw. I know some catchers do it, but you're more likely to see catchers try to use footwork in baseball to throw the ball down a second. But Holly drops to a knee and fires it down there. Andy Nelson gets her sign. First pitch off speed in the dirt, blocked up by Holly, her catcher.
Kendall Lloyd, the batter, playing left field for the Fighting Scots. She is 0 for 2 in the number 2 spot in the lineup. Struck out swinging in the first and grounded to Machado in the third.
Pop up, and it's going to be out of play.
Salve Regina Baseball has an off day today. Back in action tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. from the Osceola County Stadium. And tomorrow, Salve Regina Softball will get its first off day in Florida.
Nice. Swing, foul ball, tipped off our catcher Holly into the backstop. Also want to take time to congratulate men's lacrosse on their first victory of the season. Ed's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure.
Women's lacrosse played on Saturday. They won 31-0. Men's lacrosse had to postpone their Saturday game.
We'll get back to that. Missed that play. I have no idea what just happened. I don't see any base runners. There is an out recorded. Must have been a line drive to the right fielder. Well, first pitch delivered, fastball fouled straight back.
Shortstop Marina Roski in at the plate.
Nelson gets her sign. Pitch on its way, a little curve ball with a wrinkle and fouled back into a palm tree. Another foul ball. This one hits a light pole on field B. We were just on field D, and now we are on field C for game 2 of the doubleheader here against the Fighting Scots of Wooster, located in Ohio. And this is an 8-3 contest. And men's lacrosse did win against Adams State out in Colorado 14-12. So congrats to Pat Cooney and the men's lax squad. Nice way to start the season in 2019 out in Colorado.
Amanda Carson is the athletic trainer out there covering the Seahawk men's lacrosse program. Sent us a photo that featured the Rocky Mountains in the background during a practice session.
Beautiful. So right now, if you're part of Salve Athletics, you could see the Rockies or see the palm trees, depending on which team you're with. Then you could also see ice on the ground if you stayed home, but don't want to upset anyone back there. Foul ball off of another palm tree. Kareem's back towards the field, but not going to make it. Hits the back of the backstop. And fans sort of laugh at each other because these balls are just hitting.
Ricocheting back and forth.
Off of palm trees. Nelson gets her sign. Delivers a fastball that went about 35 feet. Not sure what she was trying to do there, but Holly blocked it up. Very good defensive catcher. So we're 8-3 Seahawks over the Fighting Scots in the 5th inning. And fastball hit to right field. Right fielder dives and is unable to come up with it, but great bid there.
Nikki Vanelli.
Yeah, Nikki laid out. That's going to go down as a single. Did everything she could to try to make a diving catch, but unable to come up with it. Teammates still cheer on, say, nice try, gave it all you got, good bid. Love to see that.
Brings up Gabby Lakes, the designated player.
And Gabby Lakes is 1 for 2 with a very impressive single on a tough pitch that she put through the 5-6 hole. One of those where it was a pitcher's pitch, but she just did a great job. Nelson gets her sign. Fastball going to be pulled weakly on the ground to second base. Flipped over to first base for the out. Runner advances to second. Good job by the Seahawk defense there. You know, if the first baseman tries to overextend off the base and not allow the second baseman to field it glove side, it becomes a much more difficult play. That's when you see balls ricocheting off gloves, throws ending up in the outfield or against the fence. So Salve making the routine plays here today, and when you have a good pitcher on the mound, that's what you're trying to do. Nelson delivers fastball away. Oh no, it's a strike. Good pitch, pitcher's pitch, catches the black there. Home plate umpire has been very consistent and doing a really nice job. And like we said before, you have to give the umpires credit when they do a good job because everyone gets on them when they do a bad job. Nelson winds up, pitches, and that ball is fouled straight back. So fastball fouled directly back.
May have glanced off Heidi Cathius
Yeah, maybe got her arm. That's painful. Catchers wear a lot of equipment and padding, but there is so many spots that aren't covered with padding, like both your arms, and it looks like she may have gotten nicked there on her right arm, possibly. Fastball misses away. So Nelson gets her sign from her battery mate, Holly, and she delivers the pitch. It's a fastball driven to center field. Guest goes back to the wall, tips it, hits the fence, comes back in. It's still in play. Going to be a stand-up triple. Let's hope Megan Guest is okay. She looks like she's all right. Someone's going to have to go out there and fix that fence. That's now a liability because there's a stake clearly out. So hopefully someone from the tournament or an umpire will notice that. You can't have a stake like that just sticking out unprotected above the fence. Great effort from Megan Guest. Unable to come up with the stand-up triple, but what an effort.
So Heidi Likens on third with the triple. Molly Likens at the plate. A run in for the Fighting Scots in this inning. It's now 8-4.
So the Fighting Scots are fighting.
Living up to their name.
Fastball down the middle. Swung on and missed.
Molly has scored 2 of the runs for the Fighting Scots.
So I think her fans liking it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Nelson delivers fastball away. Tried to be framed up by our catcher, Holly, but unfortunately the pitch was a little bit off the plate, and the umpire hasn't called that pitch today, but he's been consistent. Nelson winds up, delivers another fastball away. Almost the same. Oh, it's called a strike. Whoops. So Nelson gets her sign, delivers her pitch, fastball, misses up and away. We have a 3-2 count. Going to see some action on this pitch. Nelson delivers, fastball driven out of play. Oh, no, it stayed in, but it was a foul ball. So, number 8, Molly Likens, having a pretty good at bat here. Fouling off some tough pitches, working a full count, and has reached base twice already. Scored 2 runs, has a stolen base, and a single. Fastball is going to miss away. She knew it. Good at bat from Molly. Walks.
It'll put Molly at first, Heidi at third, and yet, fielding-wise, they switch.
Coach Janelle Quinto out to the mound to talk to her team, and I know Janelle wants this win, and right now she wants to make sure this game is under control with her ace out there, but maybe sees something that she's getting a little tired. It was an 8-4 game, so she's going to bring on a new pitcher.
J.C. Garrigan, who has been hitting in the first 3 games of this week, or 2 of the first 3 games. Yesterday's 1-0 win. She scored the only run in that game.
Wow.
Playing right field, and then played right field earlier today, and now is getting her first pitching appearance of 2019.
Wow. I didn't even know she pitched, to be honest, because she's such a talented hitter. I've had the opportunity to work with the team a couple times and practice with these hitters, and she's one of those hitters where it's just like you have so much talent, you don't need to swing 100%. Swing 80% because your bat speed is just so much faster than anybody else's, and I'm excited to see her pitch here, but very talented hitter, has a lot of power to all fields, very good bat speed, and now she will pitch for the Seahawks and try to keep this game under control. There are two Fighting Scots, the Lycan sisters, occupying the corner bases, first and third. And she'll have to face the catcher, Grace Randall, who has responded very well from seeing a trainer before mid-game and must have had dust or particle or something in her eye, so had to clean out her eye a little bit. But catchers are tough, and she's back out there in a big position for the Fighting Scots.
And, Matt, the line will not be done for Andy Nelson because with softball, the reentry rule. She could come back again at any point in this game.
Wow. As a pitcher.
You're allowed to re-enter once in the position in the lineup that you exited.
Wow. Very interesting.
Unlike in baseball, if you leave the field,
you're done.
You've been pulled from the game.
Well, softball is a fun game to watch. It's quicker than baseball. Most of the games go between an hour and a half and an hour 45 minutes. Fastball is driven up the middle, bobbled by the second baseman, Machado. The Fighting Scots are going to be safe everywhere. Run scores. First and second now for the Fighting Scots. On a bouncing ball up the middle that Machado just couldn't handle.
Makes the score 8-5.
Fastball low and away. Swung at for strike one. So if you're Salve, you have a 3-run lead, but the tying run is now at the plate. You want to get your offense back up and add on. Fastball swung at, but the base runners advance on what may be scored as a pass ball. So Fighting Scots on second and third. And we have 2 outs here. If you're Salve, you really want to get this third out. Ball driven to right field, getting down quick, and it's a foul ball. We've said it a few times. The palm trees block the foul lines, and we have to wait for the umpire to signal. But that must have been awfully close, and that could have easily scored 2 runs, given that there are 2 outs and runners are off on contact. A little dribble or the first baseman flips over second. Baseman Maddie, who sprinted over, covered first base to record the third out. Salve works out, minimizes, leaving 2 runners, but 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We'll be back in a bit for the bottom of the 5th. back in beautiful Winter Haven at the softball DiamondPlex. Starting off the inning for your Seahawks, third baseman, Ali Guzmano, who is 1 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Fastball, down, ball blocked up by the catcher there. Fighting Scott pitcher delivers up and away. It'll be 2-0 here for Ali Guzmano. Salve is in the 8 slot of their order, so it's going to be 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Guzmano gets a fastball low and in. 3-0. My guess is she will likely be taking, because leadoff walks are what you want as an offense and what you don't want to do as a pitcher. And that was called a strike. 3-1. Guzmano still ahead in the count. Ready to hit. 3-1 pitch. Delivered. Fastball. Strike 2. Caught the black. So 3-2. After 3 straight balls. 2 strikes that have painted the corner. Fastball way upstairs. That'll be a leadoff walk. Her second of the day. For the third baseman, Ali Guzmano, up to the plate. The first baseman, Emily Angel.
Emily's put the ball in play twice, a sacrifice bunt in the second, and then grounded out to second in the third.
First pitch fastball misses up and away, 1-0 count. Salve's done a pretty good job today collectively as a lineup, not expanding outside of the hitting zone, getting their pitches that they want to hit and then doing damage with them or taking free bases, putting pressure on defense. There's a fastball that misses again. 2-0. 2-0 to the first baseman, Emily Angel, that had a really nice defensive play earlier in the game. Little diving stop, ball rolled, collected it, dove back to the bag in the nick of time to make the unassisted 3U in your scorebook if you're keeping your scorebook back home.
And when she plays left, center, or right, she is Angel in the outfield.
Didn't we just play the Avenging Angels?
We did. Meredith College from Raleigh, North Carolina. Took a 4-0 decision against the Seahawks.
Angel a little late on that swing. Going to have a full count here. Interested to see what Coach Chanel does with the runner on first base. Full count. Swung on and fouled. Straight back. Staying alive. Maybe if Ed can sing the rendition of Staying Alive for us.
Not necessary.
Oh. Fastball driven to the second baseman. Fly ball. That's going to be the first out of the inning. And turns the lineup over to leadoff Nikki. And Nikki is 2 for 3. 2 singles. Having a pretty good day. Vanelli's playing right field, which is really hard for us to see from here, and made a nice bid on a ball last inning, and that fastball catches the outer third for strike 1. Oh, 1 count, leadoff hitter, sees a ball down, evens up the count, 1-1. So Vanelli will work with a 1-1 count. There's 1 Seahawk over at first base. We have 1 out. So Guzmano occupies first. Vanelli operating in checks her swing but fouls it straight back on a fastball that most likely would have been a ball. A 1-2 count. And she's putting the barrel out there and then brings it back and swings. I don't know if that's a 2-strike thing or...
It's an attempt to get the defense moving. Get them out of position.
Gotcha. So that'll bring up senior outfielder Lindsay Florent, who has reached base every time. 2 walks and a single, has scored 2 runs. Looks at a first pitch strike down the middle of the plate. Lindsay looks very comfortable up there, seeing the ball well. And the lefty hitter has had a pretty nice day so far. That ball is in the sun. Shortstop going back makes the play. And that'll be the end of the 5th inning. Still an 8-5 score. No runs, no hits, 0 errors, and 1 left on base. We'll return to the top of the 7th, 6th.
Chelsea Copley to lead off for the Fighting Scots in the top of the 6th inning. They trail 8-5 against Salve Regina University. J.C. Garrigan back in the pitcher's circle. Holly Cathios behind the plate. Guzmano at third, Riley at short, Machado at second, Angel at first, Florent, Guess, and Vanelli around the outfield left to right. Copley at the plate, facing J.C. Garrigan for the first time. She was 0 for 1 against starter Andy Nelson. Grounded to third to open the 3rd, and then walked in the 4th inning. J.C. Garrigan in relief of Andy Nelson, who worked 4 2/3. And now Garrigan issues a leadoff walk to Copley.
Don't want to give away the leadoff walk if you're Salve. Leadoff walks tend to score. And right now you're trying to protect a 3-run lead late in the game. 6th inning, top 6. Fastball to shortstop, over for 1 and not going to be in time. Well, not even an attempt. Really not an opportunity, but get the lead runner, get your first out. And the runner on first sprints over to second base with no one covering. And I think Coach Janelle is going to talk to home plate umpire here.
6-4 on the force play, fielder's choice grounder by Emily Cook. And it appears she stole second.
All right, so Cook's on second with 1 out. Puts herself in scoring position on a really strange play. Fastball misses low and away.
Unexplained, but maybe not strange. She just said, I'm going to hustle down and get to second.
Yeah, no one was there.
And unless the ball is with the pitcher in the circle, the runners can roam.
I almost thought it was, but maybe not. Either way.
Or if her action was continuous, like nonstop after first base.
It looked like she ran through the bag, looked, and then saw that there was no one at second, but I thought the ball was already back on the.
If she doesn't stop and starts leaning towards second, that's a continuous play.
Gotcha.
So we'll actually remove the stolen base from her record.
Okay. An advance on indifference?
Just advanced?
Advance.
Because the play continued.
Fastball swung on and missed. Glove by catcher Holly. And J.C. Garrigan has 1 out in this inning. Fighting Scott on second. Facing number 5 in the 2-hitter, Kendall Lloyd. Lloyd on the day has a strikeout, 4-3, and a fly out to the right fielder. Soft ground ball hit to third baseman. Nothing. Bobbled. So that's a tough play. She probably should have came up with that. So Guzmano not able to handle the slow roller.
Cook remains at second, and now Lloyd on first. 2 runners on for Roski. Fighting Scots trail by 3, tying run at the plate.
Nice block by Holly. Keeping the runners first and second. Do you see a lot of double plays in softball?
It's not that common because of the shortened base pass.
Right.
It's tough to turn. It's got to be bang, bang, hit up the middle, good positioning by the middle infielders. One of them is there.
Shortstop step on the bag.
They step on the bag and quick relay throw.
Gotcha. Swing and a miss. JC delivers a nice fastball in the inner third.
Now the line drive varieties are more common.
Yeah.
Double plays.
With the
sometimes
base runner
triple
leaning.
plays, yeah.
Another fastball in, just misses. Good pitch. So the 3 hitters up, Marina, Roski, and also the shortstop. So both 3 hitters today are playing shortstop. She has struck out looking, grounded to first base, and has a single in her last at bat. Swings and misses on that one. Still 1 out. Pitch delivered up the middle, going to make its way into center field. And the Fighting Scots now have runners on first and third. So Marina has back-to-back singles, this time collecting an RBI. With 1 out, first and third, bringing up Gabby Lakes, the designated player. Lakes on the day has a single and is 1 for 3. So now the umpire is meeting with the third base coach, and we're going to have a pinch runner, number 18.
For Roski.
For Roski.
And the pinch runner is Swain.
So Swain over at first base. For Roski.
Brooke Swain, a freshman from Seville, Ohio. Pinch running for the shortstop, Roski. I'm sure Roski will re-enter after defensively.
You would think so after a couple hits.
Right, and especially at the shortstop position.
Yep.
Highly unlikely the freshman coming in to pinch run is going to say, okay, now you play short.
Yeah, good luck. So we're in game 2 of a twin bill for the Seahawks. Garrigan delivers a fastball. Base runner takes off for second on a little delayed steal action. No throw attempt. Close pitch. Called the ball. Second and third.
Swain with a stolen base.
Yep. 1 out. And a ball tapped to the second baseman. Machado over to first. Records a second out of the inning. But the Fighting Scots drive in a run. 2 outs. Machado lost her batting glove on the play. Has to go back and collect that. Has a quick laugh with her teammates. Going to need that. Now, the score is 8-7. We have ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, the last run unearned as Lloyd scored after reaching base on an error. 8-7 and the tying run on third base.
Garrigan delivers fastball up and away. So tying run on third, winning run at the plate, number 20, Heidi Likens, who will be followed if she reaches base by her sister, Molly Likens.
Heidi had a triple her last at-bat and scored. The Fighting Scots have scored twice in each of the last 3 innings, 4, 5, and 6, and still with a chance to score more here.
Fastball misses away. JC doesn't like the call, but it's been pretty consistent all day.
8 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for Salve Regina, 7 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for Wooster.
Slow roller foul down the third baseline. Guzmano throws it back to her pitcher, Garrigan. Seahawks working to get that third out so they can bat in the bottom of the 6th, try to extend this 1-run lead.
Salve Regina bats have been quiet since a 6-run third inning.
Pitch delivered, slow roller short. Riley throws to first, not going to be in time. Tie game.
Infield single for Heidi Likens. Ties the score at 8.
And Likens takes advantage, runs to second while the play is going on, and the ball's thrown into center field. So now she's in scoring position for her sister, Molly. Unbelievable. So the umpires are going to converge, talk about something here. Tie ball game. Fighting Scots have a base runner at second. 2 outs. Salve really wants to get that third out. Tie ball game. We are in the top of the sixth. I would think for a softball game, this is on the longer side.
Yeah, we didn't start at 12:15 as was scheduled because of a later game by Wooster prior to our game.
Coach Janelle out there talking to home plate umpire about the play that just happened where Likens got the infield single and then ran to an unoccupied second base with no defenders around. So Seahawks caught off guard by the Fighting Scots.
That's twice this inning.
It is. Must be something that the Fighting Scots talk about. And Coach Iaquinto out to the field umpire now, having a word.
Or maybe just looking for an explanation. What did you see, and how are you making that judgment? As that conversation ensues, Molly Likens takes her practice cuts outside of the batter's box. She follows her sister in the order. Molly has reached base all 3 plate appearances, a single, an error, and a base on balls. She scored 2 runs, and now her sister represents the go-ahead run in an 8-8 game here in Winter Haven. Runs are all even, hits are all even. J.C. Garrigan looks to get the Seahawks back at the plate.
Changeup misses low and away to Molly Likens, 1-0 count. Garrigan gets her sign, delivers fastball up the middle, hits her glove. It's on the ground. Not going to have enough time. Throws it away. And the Fighting Scots are going to score the go-ahead run on an error by JC.
So Heidi scores from second base after reaching third on the base hit, and the error allows her to come home.
So Coach Iaquinto out to the mound, talked to her team, and cleaning off the pitching area.
It looks
for
like there'll be
JC.
a pitching change.
And
Andy Nelson will re-enter.
wow. And we'll be back in a minute. We are back. Pitching change. Nelson now re-enters the game. Starts off with a first pitch fastball. Strike one to Grace Randall, who is 2 for 2 with a walk on base every time. So Nelson back in. Left with the lead. Comes in down one. Wants to get her offense back in a scenario to score some runs and get the lead back from the Fighting Scots. Nelson gets her sign. Fastball right there. Strike two. Nelson looks fired up. Wants to get this third out. Seahawks want to respond and get the bats going again like they did in the third inning, where they scored 6 of their 8 runs. Strike three. Nasty. So, after the top of the 6th, the Fighting Scots lead your Seahawks 9-8. 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on base. We'll be right back. And we are back, Seahawk Nation. Tight ball game on our hands. Salve has lost the lead to the Fighting Scots. So as we head to the bottom of the 6th, Fighting Scots lead 9-8. And it brings up the 3-hitter, the shortstop. Amanda Riley looks at a pitch low and away, 1-0. So bad news is he gave up the lead. Good news is you're in the heart of your order. You have Amanda, followed by Maddie and Lauren Parker. So 3-4-5 takes 2-0. Two-0 pitch on its way. Ball way up and in. Not very close there. And it's going to be 3-0. If you're Salve, you would love a leadoff walk. Amanda Riley likely taking here. And that pitch hits the backstop on the fly. Riley.
That would be a ball.
Riley reaches first base for her second walk of the day. Probably one of the easier walks she'll ever have. 4 pitches, and the last pitch hit the middle of the backstop. Now up, second baseman Maddie Machado, who hits a ball to right field, drifting and caught by the Fighting Scot right fielder. 1 pitch, fly ball, 1 out. Riley still at first base. So Lauren Parker, the Packer, designated player, up at the plate First pitch is hit right up the middle and takes a charity hop. Uh-oh. Oh, no, you hate to see that. Hopefully, senior shortstop Amanda Riley didn't roll her ankle on the bag there. Falls down. Coach Janela Quinto out. Trainer Emily Miller going to look. It just sort of looked like she rolled her ankle going into second base there. Hopefully Amanda's okay. That is a painful injury. But Lauren Packer just tattooed that ball up the middle. Great swing, seeing the ball very well. So Salve has runners on first and second. Lauren collects her second hit of the day. And Amanda's still getting tended to by our trainer, Emily Miller, after an awkward fall at second base. Which would be tough for the Seahawks. That's their senior captain. Their three-hitter. All New Englander, shortstop Amanda Riley. So Amanda is still down. Emily is going to walk her off the field, and Salve is going to have to bring in a substitution base runner here, and it's number 7.
Sam Farrell.
Sam Farrell.
She normally wears number 16 down in Florida. She is wearing number 7, and she's got a lot of speed, so could be a fortunate occurrence for the Seahawks, because if Amanda heads to the dugout, recovers, she can be back out there defensively for sure.
Hope she's okay. So Salve trailing by a run still in the bottom of the 6th, 1 out. First and second. Holly swings at the first pitch offering. Foul. Down the right field line. So Cathios is down 0-1. Outstanding defensive catcher.
She had a 2-run double earlier in this contest.
Second pitch misses down. Going to be a 1-1 count. Holly looking to collect her second hit of the day. Fastball down, pick play, but the pitcher intercepted it.
Thank you.
Interception, is that a stat?
Yeah, she'll be a defensive back before you know it.
Fastball low and in. 3-1 count. A walk here would load the bases full of Seahawks.
Agatucci missed the mark on 4 straight pitches to Amanda Riley, and now again struggling to find control.
Fastball catches the outer third. Full count. Full count. Seahawks on first and second base. Pitch is here, and she drives it to center field. Great piece of hitting. Runner coming around to score, and she's safe. Hey, the speed paid off, Ed. Outstanding call. What a prediction. You've been doing this for a while. Holly drove that ball up the middle on a full pitch offering, and Cathios cashes in.
Score now tied at 9-all on the run-scoring single to right center by Holly Cathios.
So, in the bottom of the 6th here, we have a 9-9 score on the scoreboard that is blocked by palm trees as well, so I consistently work my way back, and Ed probably thinks that I'm trying to dance with him or something, but just want to see what the score is. And it is 9-9.
I'm just waiting for a good song, Matt.
That's it. I thought you would sing for us, but I was wrong. First and second, 1 out. Megan Guest, the center fielder, up at the plate. Megan is 1 for 3. Run scored, stolen base. Trying to collect her second hit of the day and give the Seahawks the lead. Guess flares one to right, and that is going to get out of play. Foul ball. Megan made one of the best attempts on a ball to center field that just popped out of her glove and was a triple for one of the Likens sisters, but looks like she got a great jump on it. Nothing more she could really do, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 out. Seahawks occupying first and second. 1-2 offering coming to center fielder Megan Guess. Pitches on the way. Strike 3. Swinging. Guess goes down on the strikeout, swinging. So, Salve will now bring to the plate third baseman, Ali Guzmano.
On base all 3 times. Singled in the second, walked in the third and fifth innings.
Guzmano would love to deliver another hit here. That ball is low in the dirt, and the base runners are going to advance. Probably a wild pitch. I don't know if catcher really had a chance at that. Second and third. Base hit could score 2. Also a pass ball or a wild pitch might get a Seahawk in. And they would love to take the lead with their ace probably coming back out next inning. There's another low pitch. Catcher blocks it up. Nice job. The Fighting Scots have took the lead, and now this game is tied, 9-9. In the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Guzmano looking to deliver a couple RBIs to give her team a 2-run lead. Even 1, get a lead. A little flare to right field and a diving catch by the right fielder. Guzmano robbed of 2 RBIs. Good swing. Not much you can do there. Unfortunate. Heading into the 7th inning, tied 9-9. And we are back here in the top of the 7th. Tied, BG, 9-9. Few defensive changes for the Seahawks because of the injury to Amanda Riley, hoping that she's okay. Looked like she rolled her ankle running into second base. Julia Cart into the game at third base. Machado moving to shortstop. And Guzmano is going to occupy second base. So Farrell is now out and done for the day, as I understand the rule.
Yeah, as a reserve, if you make an appearance and then are replaced, you've done your job and you can't return.
Gotcha.
But only starters can return after being replaced once.
Well, she did score a run.
Oh, she did her job.
And it was a big one.
Yep, tied the game at 9-all. So Kurt this morning played first base, and now she switches corners and plays third base. She'll be in the batting lineup in the number 3 spot when that comes up again.
Nice, unless we walk it off before then.
Correct. Top of the 7th, 9-9.
So Salve's ace is back out there, Andy Nelson, working with her battery mate, Holly Cathios. First pitch on its way, fastball right down the middle. Strike one. So Nelson quickly ahead, 0-1. She likes to work ahead of hitters. And then mix in a change up there, and that's going to get down.
Rachel Ginsburg with the infield single.
She was flying down the base path. That was one of those lefty slap plays that look really difficult foot-wise. I'm not sure how they do that. Maybe it's a right, left, right thing. So, nobody out. Fighting Scott on first. Bunt play on, and she's going to second. Nobody's there. Center fielder backing it up. Maybe some miscommunication on the play call. So now a Fighting Scott at second base with nobody out. And number 1 9-hitter, Chelsea Copley, the right fielder who just made that outstanding play up at the plate. Might see a bunt here, pulls back. No action. It was a ball. But got to imagine that the Fighting Scots are going to bunt Ginsburg?
Yeah, Rachel Ginsburg on second base.
Oh, bunt play again. Right back to the pitcher. Looks to first. Gets the out. And Ginsburg advances to third. So the 9-hitter, Copley, does her job with the sacrifice, and it'll turn the lineup over to the leadoff catcher, Emily Cook.
Seahawk defense will come in the infield, although Guzmano's back at normal depth. Machado in a little bit tighter at shortstop.
And he gets her sign, delivers. First pitch going to be out of play towards the field we were just on. But no one's playing there anymore. So Nelson gets ahead, 0-1. To the leadoff hitter, Emily Cook, who is the second baseman. Not sure what's going on now, and
I think they need more balls.
we are waiting for the softball to come back into play. These balls are hammering the concrete. If this was a baseball game, umpires would be looking at that ball closely because there's a lot of things you can do to a ball with movement.
I think
it's
similarly
scuffed
for softball.
So maybe Nelson likes the ball, and that's a disgusting changeup.
Go ahead and foul this off, please.
Yeah, maybe she tried that. So now she's ahead with 2 strikes and liking the scuffed up ball that just hammered the concrete.
I want my scuff ball back. I want my scuff ball back.
I think you're thinking about ribs.
It's
Nelson
certainly not chilly.
delivers, and the ball is out of play again. I wonder if we're going to have to wait on this one. Umpire has no balls in his softball satchel. Ball's flipped over. This is a little ridiculous. We're waiting on balls to come back into play in a tight game in the 7th inning with the winning.
Go ahead.
Go
Ron.
ahead. Not winning. Sorry.
On third.
Thank you for the quick correction there. I don't want to scare anybody.
You can't walk off in the top.
So Nelson would love a strikeout here, and that ball's popped up in the infield. Not going to be enough. Guzmano underneath it, now at second base. Usually when you move around, the ball finds you, and it did.
Yeah, she covered first on the sacrifice bunt from Copley, and now gets the pop-up to get Cook out. Oh, I said it again.
Cookout. We're thinking about baby back ribs, chicken, barbecue, coleslaw, all the good southern food. I think there's a couple cookouts later. First pitch, fastball. Strike one.
Kendall Lloyd, the left fielder, has been on base just once. That was last inning. Reached on an error and scored.
Nelson gets her sign. Ball's hit right back at her, gathers it up, throws it away, and it's out of play. So that error is going to be costly. It's going to give the Fighting Scots the 10-9 lead. Just threw it over the first baseman's head after making a nice play on the ball. Had plenty of time. Nelson is normally sure-handed.
Fourth error of the game for the Seahawk defense.
And now Seahawk catcher Holly Cathios having a little problem with dirt in the eye.
Go-ahead run scores with Ginsburg crossing the plate on the error.
Still 2 outs. Blocked up. Holly, a wall back there. So Nelson really wants to record the third out here. Pitch on its way. Fastball, dribble to the second baseman, and the Seahawks record the third out. But not after the Fighting Scots score an unearned run to take the 10-9 lead, and we are heading to the bottom of the 7th. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. Seahawk Nation, we are back in a tight one. Fighting Scots took the lead on an errant throw from ace pitcher Andy Nelson. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. Kendall Dupree substituting for Angel in the 9 slot. Dupree had a pretty good first game. Drove the ball to right field very well. Didn't see the first pitch there, so.
Low for a ball.
Okay, 1-0. Ball's ripped in the hole. Dupree delivers with a knock to start the bottom of the 7th for the Seahawks. That'll turn the lineup over. Right fielder, Nikki Vanelli, coming up to the plate. She has gone base hit, strikeout, base hit, strikeout. So maybe that pattern will continue here. Let's hope so. Vanelli sees the first pitch low in the dirt, blocked up by the Fighting Scott catcher. 1-0. Well, Vanelli digs in. No batting gloves. Doesn't need them. And the second pitch, good swing. Fastball away, but she was all over it. So Nikki is now evened up the count 1-1. Pitch hitter Kendall Dupre now occupies first base. So 1 on, nobody out. Pitch is delivered, big swing from Vanelli, and it's going to be a 1-2 count, but pitching coach coming out.
And the umpire also entering the circle.
Not sure what they're talking about here, but it is sort of weird how disruptive some of these meetings are to the flow of the game. And if you're the batter, you're comfortable, you're in sync, you have your timing down, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to converge and talk about things for a while. And
it seems like another game ago, but it was this game where we had a delay of game ball 4.
Yeah. So what's that, a 10-second ball rule or something?
When they come to the set, they must deliver the pitch, I guess, within 10 seconds. You can't just freeze out a batter.
Gotcha. In baseball, you can. That's why you call time. But anyways, Nikki sees the pitch right at her feet. It's going to advance. The Salve base runner, Kendall Dupree, on the wild pitch.
She's now in scoring position for Vanelli.
3-1 count. Vanelli's got to love this pitch. She does. Hits it to center field. Going back. Caught. Good swing. Center fielder was all over it. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And Lindsay Florent up to the dish. And Coach Iaquinto goes through some sets of signals, some Seahawk signals. And Florent is ready.
Dupre really relaying a signal to Florent from second base as well. She can see the catcher from her spot. So she raises her right hand.
1-0. Lindsay hits a missile to shortstop. Safe over there. Called the base runner safe. Said no tag. So the Seahawks live to see another day, and I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Number 21, Karina Bushy, in a big spot here. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, runner on third base. Down 1. Digs in, pitch delivered, bunt attempt. Offered at it. Nothing there.
Was the signal a strike from the umpire?
Yes.
Okay.
So 0-1. Seahawk dugout cheering on their teammate. They know it's a big situation here. Karina gets the pitch. That is up and away. 1-1.
Dupre on third. Bushy at the plate. That's all that matters.
And Lindsay Florent absolutely smoked that ball to the shortstop. Just unfortunate.
Right at her.
Right at her. Next pitch is strike 2.
Everybody on the Fighting Scots bench believed the runner was tagged.
It sort of looked like it.
From my perspective, it looked like it too, only because they sold it well, and it was close.
Yeah.
And she got a nice gun over to first for what could have been a game-ending double play, but Seahawks still alive, at least for one more pitch.
1-2. Karina's ready. Fastball away. Good eye. 2-2. Two count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Pinch hitter. Kendall Dupree occupies third base. And here's the pitch. Fastball down and away. Good eye. 3-2 count. So the count runs full.
Now, Matt, looking ahead, if Karina walks here, she could hit first base and maintain her action towards second base to draw forget what I just said. Something else is going on down on the field.
What?
There is ball 4.
The 10-second rule.
This is unreal. I've never seen anything like this before.
That's a big spot to call that. I mean, if you're Salve, you like it. Now you can maybe run some action, and Machado's a pretty good hitter coming up.
Absolutely.
But
let them play.
Let them play.
Let them play.
Let the game play out.
I mean, there's got to be so much confusion in each player out there. Like, can I do this? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, now if you're Salve, do you try to do something to get this run across to extend this game?
You certainly trust in Maddie Machado at the plate with
Definitely.
her bat.
But maybe if she gets into a 0-2 or 1-2 count or something where, the momentum isn't in the hitter's favor. And
give Maddie a chance on the first pitch or two.
So Machado has reached base 3 out of 4 times, a couple singles and a walk.
And Bushy can run it first, so she represents the game-winning run if they're able to get this ball in play.
Maddie digs in. Seahawks on first and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Machado sees the first pitch, low and away. Ball 1. Good eye. Good take there.
Agatucci has pitched extremely well in relief, allowing just the 1 run that tied the game in the 6th.
Incredible. Maddie digs in, hits it to the second baseman over to first, and that is going to do it. That's the ball game. The Seahawks lose a tough one. 10-9 to the Fighting Scots of Wooster.
In the bottom of the 7th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Wooster beats the Seahawks 10-9. Seahawks fall to 1-3 on the season, and they'll have Tuesday off on their schedule, and they'll resume action on Wednesday, where they face 2 New England teams, Wheaton College first, and then Plymouth State after that. Join us for that action on Wednesday when Salve Regina softball plays Wheaton College and Plymouth State. My name is Ed Habishaw. Thanks to Matt Finlayson for the call. Thanks to the staff at the Spring Games for providing a much more reliable wireless signal. We'll see you on Wednesday with Salve Regina softball.